resort to an argument against the Trinity, as if you believe the Trinity is a core doctrine of Christianity, and one who does not believe in it is not a Christian, then by your own standard it would disprove Christianity, correct?
Okay, well, does that mean Islam is true?
Well, you get one step at a time. I can't work two ways here.
So why is Islam true over Christianity?
I believe that the evidence points more towards Islam than Christianity.
That's good. What evidence do you have that points to Islam?
It depends on your standard of evidence. I mean, for example, you have more eyewitness testimony. Are you familiar with mutawatir hadith?
Mm-hmm.
So you have mutawatir hadith on prophet, miracles that the prophet performed, whereas with the gospel of, or rather the Bible.
That seems to contradict the Quran, right?
You're going to say that the polytheist is a miracle and blah, blah, blah. That doesn't work.
No, that Allah himself said that he refrained from sending signs to Muhammad because the people disbelieved in the past.
Yeah, at a particular time.
It doesn't say at a particular time. It just says straight up. He doesn't.
That's he context. Later on in the Quran, it talks about the Isra Miraj journey, which is a miraculous journey.
Is that a miracle that Muhammad performed, or is that a spiritual experience that he just had?
No, it's a miracle because at the time of the miraculous event, because the disbelievers themselves came to him and asked him to describe Jerusalem. Would you agree
that there's a difference between experiencing a supernatural event and performing a supernatural action yourself? Would you agree that those are two different things?
If you can explain the miraculous, well, if you let me finish, like I was saying, right? The disbeliever asked him to describe Jerusalem because he himself visited Jerusalem. The prophet explained how Jerusalem was like in the place that he visited, and the disbeliever said, as for his testimony, he is truthful. That is what it was like. That is a miracle, because he did not visit Jerusalem by the disbeliever standard.
Yeah, could you give me an example and give me a source where Muhammad prophesied or was able to tell us what Jerusalem looked like at the time?
I'm on my phone right now. I'd have to pause the live and go search up the source. So that's what you'd want, or
what is the because it says he was taken from the sacred mosque to the furthest mosque, right?
To the mosque in Jerusalem, the Al-Aqsa.
What mosque was in Jerusalem?
Al-Aqsa.
Yeah, what mosque was that? Because there was, from what I know.
Well, it wasn't constructed at the time. That's what you're asking. I'm talking about the location. That's where he.
Also, there was no mosque at that time, because it says he was taken to the mosque.
No. Right, but it was established by Solomon, I believe.
The temple? You're talking about the temple?
Yeah, the one in Palestine.
Yeah, the temple was destroyed at that time.
Yeah.
So how did Muhammad get taken to the temple if there was no temple?
The location.
It doesn't say the location. He was taken to the temple.
It was still referred to that by that name.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, that's the Quranic description of it.
No. Well, the Quran says that he was taken from the sacred mosque. Is that a location or is that a building?
It's a location.
Oh, so the sacred mosque is not an actual mosque. It's a building. It's a place. It's an area.
Well, the mosque established later on during the time of Umar, the second Khalifa.
Brother.
But at that time, it was not official.
So there was no sacred mosque in Muhammad's time? There was no actual mosque there?
Not a constructed building, no.
So, according to the Quran, it says that he was taken from the sacred mosque, which is an actual building, but you're saying it actually wasn't a building, it was just an area where in the future a mosque will be built. So there was no actual mosque that he was taken from, and then taken to the farthest mosque, which is supposed to be the temple of Jerusalem. When there was no temple, really it's just talking about the area that the temple used to be in. Is that right?
Yeah, correct. Can we move on to the Christianity now?
I need evidence, brother.
I told you, do you want me to pause the live? I only have one device right now. I'd have to search with the source. I believe that's in Ibn Ishaq Sira. but
Yeah,
I'd have to double check.
take your time and give me evidence of Muhammad performing a miracle in the Quran. Because your Quran says he didn't perform any miracles, he's just a warner.
So what exactly are you asking for? Now we're kind of diverting.
I'm asking for evidence that Muhammad did anything, any miracles, that what he said was true. Evidence, brother.
Okay, and by evidence I would appeal to Mutawat al-Hadith, but you're saying this doesn't count because of the Quran. So what specifically are you asking for?
What makes the Quran true?
What makes the Quran true? I mean, its claims can be substantiated by the fact that the Prophet was true in his testimony.
Okay, the fact that the Prophet was true in his testimony. So basically the Quran is true because Muhammad said so. Is that right?
Because you can prove him to be truthful.
How can you prove Muhammad to be truthful? Would you then say because the Quran says that he's a messenger of God?
No, because he's performed miracles that we have.
So back to this. So back to what you have no evidence for, where the Quran says the opposite, that he performed no miracle. Can you show me anywhere in the Quran that it says he performed a miracle?
All right. Like I mentioned before, the event of Isra Miraj is a miracle.
Take care of yourself, bro. Take care of yourself. The religion of yes, no, and circles. Get up. Take care, bro. Please, somebody that, can I get a good back and forth or something, man?
Hi, yeah.
Safe, how you doing?